Let's see if it even works.
And we're playing for it.
Welcome to this week's Fortnite stream.
Oh, no, there we are. We're done. But it says God's
Right.
Hammer for some reason.
Didn't it do that last time?
Yeah.
That happened last time.
Yeah.
But when you go on it looks alright.
Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Oh my god, we're live.
Almost got a little free Bane impression then. Live? No.
Yay, and I think we can hear us all. Ooh,
We're
Lou,
not
can you
live
hear
on
us?
YouTube.
Can you hear us all? Yeah, here we are.
Can you hear us?
Are you listening to my limp penis?
Are you waiting to receive my voice?
Oh, we are live.
My limp voice.
I don't care if the boys are live. Can the boys be heard by you individually?
That's the important part.
That's all I care about. Loud and clear. See?
Good
See?
stuff.
See? Lee to the rescue.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Me. And them two.
Yes. We fixed it last week's issues, hopefully.
We'll see. Plenty of time for that.
Last week was just gremlins.
It was grim. It really wasn't. It was Fortnite.
To be fair, my PlayStation got fucked up as well, so.
So, what are we doing, Deck? What's going on, Deck?
Come on, Games Master.
Come on, Games Master.
Oh, GM. Oh, my
God,
God.
let's try XPY.
What?
I don't even understand that reference.
Why? What?
I actually don't understand that reference. What?
Games Master?
Yeah, but why was the XY?
I played on the console with an X and a Y.
Right. We're back again in the land of Vaesen.
Shush!
He's fucking finished talking.
Yeah, sorry there.
Jesus. Trying to be professional here.
Jesus.
Jesus, Madam Joseph. Right, we're starting a new mission tonight called A Winter's Tale, which you can find in one of Free League's new books, new Vaesen books. Called, what was it called, Lee?
A Winter's Tale.
Oh, Seasons of Mystery. Jesus.
Oh, fucking hell, it's a quiz.
Right, after the last mission in Vensmas, where you rescued the nun Astrid.
Yeah, we
got
did.
some XP, so how did you upgrade your characters?
Well, I added close combat, which is physique, because before that I had 0. Now I have 1.
Now I have 1. And what did you do, Tor?
Or added a force, just to make him a bit more of a beast.
More of a beast.
Oh, look at me. Fucking
And now,
Tor.
hopefully he can actually open doors and stuff.
do you even lift, bro?
Yeah, I like to think that he's got fitter on his adventures while he's
He's so
travelling
fit.
and adventuring.
Don't think you could get any fitter, lad.
I don't think fit like that. I just picture me in armour.
That's fit, lad. Don't be so hard on yourself.
So you've also got HQ points, but we'll cross that when we start the mission because they kind of tie in together.
Ooh.
So let us begin. I'll say tonight it'll probably just be preparation and all that kind of usual part 1 for us. So
Let's remember how to play Vaesen.
now we do know how to play.
See what we can remember. Declan, help me! What do we do? I've got a 7. How's that even possible?
I rolled a 12. Right. It's a few weeks after the terrible events in the Abbey in Vensnes, it's been a time of rest and research. So Thor's big gash across his stomach is kind of healed, but it's still a bit kind of itchy and tender because it's scarring over. And the young former nun Astrid has been like a woman possessed, reading every book and picking your brains about everything society and Vaesen related. So she's kind of making herself a home in Castle Grayskull.
Nice.
And winter is coming fast, and the snow has been falling for the last few days, turning Uppsala white in the process. Since your return home, with a bit of exploration, you come across a little tavern near Castle Grayskull on Linney Street called the Zoom Inn. With
Get
two
it?
unlads over the O's. Zoom Inn.
Zoom in.
Zoom.
Zoom in.
Zoom Inn. It's like your man out the IT crowd. There's a problem. The tavern is small, and there's a few nooks that shield you both from the public eye. Not that there are many frequent customers there. You arrive in the inn and instantly are hit by the warmth of the fire. You stomp the snow from your boots and brush it off your shoulders as you see a man sitting at a table drinking a glass of whiskey. The man is in, say, his 60s, wearing an old Swedish military uniform. He's a hard face with a scar running down the right side. He sees you enter and says something to the innkeeper, who nods and starts pouring 3 more whiskies. As you get closer to the man, he salutes Tor. Tor and Father Lars, I presume. My name is Stranis Tigir. Did you get it? Remember what you asked for?
Stranis?
Craig.
Yeah, again. What was that again? What was his name?
Stranis.
Stranis Tigir.
Very, very, very clever. Very clever.
Stray tiger.
Yeah,
Huh?
I get it.
I
I don't think I can take him as a pet though. Unless things take a turn for the strange.
I get it.
He says he wishes to apply to be the quartermaster of your castle, pretty much. Do you know what a quartermaster is?
It's about. It's slightly.
Yeah, he
less
improves
than a
our
half
resource.
master.
This is what the two of you picked for your headquarter upgrade. So
It is.
a quartermaster gives the two of you +2 capital, which is money.
Money.
Which I presume is resources, so we just get extra resources.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same way, isn't it?
Yeah. And the inn gives 1 player +2 physical recovery when he's finished a mission.
Aha!
So if he's get royally fucked up.
Can he not go and fix his gash quick in the bar?
So what do you want to do, boys? He's standing there. Interview this old man.
What makes you want to be our quartermaster? What makes you fit for the job, friend?
So he just knocks back his whiskey and says, well, he was a army veteran from Oribo. And he served in the Swedish military for 30 years in various positions, and most notably as quartermaster until his retirement. So he has a lot of experience.
And you're hired. Now, what do you think, Tor?
Yeah, we need to know sort of that he's not in it for other means. Like, so we need to sort of establish his moral standing.
We talk to ourselves, you know. We hush. Do you think he knows of the society?
Yeah, well, yeah. If we ask him, then we'll find out.
We'll have to ask him because he'll find out eventually.
What, good sir, do you know of this society?
Well, I know a lot because when he starts rubbing the scar on his face, he said him and his platoon were ambushed in Norway by a Vaesen.
Oh.
And there was a lot of talk about people that kind of know a lot about this stuff. And I did a bit of research, and to my luck, the society kind of has started up again, and I need a place to work.
Very.
And that's it, really. Like, I know there's Vaesen. I do believe in Vaesen, obviously, because
Have you seen them?
Well,
Yes.
I got attacked by one.
That doesn't mean you've seen it. Very
Have
strange things in this world.
have you got the site? I don't think so.
Have you got the site?
I've seen funny things since then, yeah. Like,
You hired.
Welcome
creatures
to the...
moving around in my house and stuff like that.
It's good enough for me, Tor.
Yeah, sounds good enough to me.
Welcome aboard. Watch your face, something tiger.
Something tiger.
Crouching tiger.
You can call me Stranus.
Because that's my name.
I was going to say Stan, but there's an R in there, so. You can call me Stan.
Okay. Okay, Stan. That's not going to be weird.
So Stan,
That's not going to be strange for me at all.
that's better than calling me Tiger.
I prefer tiger than
Tiger.
Stan.
So he orders 3 more whiskies, and
Nice.
just as they're laid down, the door bursts open and Astrid walks in.
Oh no.
She orders a coffee off the innkeeper and sits beside you. And she says, Alga told me I might find you two in here. And who might this be?
This is Stan.
It's Stan.
He's going to be our new
Stands up
quartermaster.
and he bows to Astrid, and she goes, another member to our team. You're very welcome, Mr. Tiger. Why did I fucking pick that name?
For a
This-
pun, and now you regret
A
it.
pun that we only know because we only spoke. So she takes something out of her pocket and she goes, this was handed to me at the door by a courier. It has a wax seal on it.
Oh,
And she
fancy.
hands it to Father Lars and he opens it and it reads, to whom it may concern, my name is Konstantin Konstantinovic,
Ooh.
Count of Jamburg in Ingria and the west of St. Petersburg in the Russian Empire. Your society's reputation is known far and wide among those who seek to observe the unseen and understand the inexplicable. I have the utmost respect for your work, and like you, I seek answers to the mysteries of the cosmos. At the Midwinter Blot, I am hosting a gathering which I believe would be of an interest to you, the Conclave Sub Rosa. The meeting brings together individuals of different backgrounds with shared interest in the supernatural, who seek a deeper understanding through the process of alchemy. It would be a great honour and pleasure to have the Society grace our gathering and its presence. I shall wait for you at my residence outside Jamburg on the 20th of October to discuss the secrets of mysteries of life. Yours sincerely, Count Konstantin Konstantinovic. P.S. All things are connected.
Oh.
So Astrid's eyes open wide with excitement. I will head back to the castle with Stranus and we will help Algot in the preparations. Astrid drinks her coffee and stands up and takes Stan's bag. They say their goodbyes and walk towards the door, the door, and Astrid talking about a Slavic folktale book she just read. So, what does one to do now?
Did we finish our drinks?
So he's there sitting in
The inn.
the pub. He's had the letter.
What do you think, Tor?
Astrid and Stan have buggered off to prepare your shit.
Okay.
So,
Gonna have a look
Constantine.
who's in the pub, Lee, see if there's anyone who's of any use to us.
There's not really. There's literally just a couple of barflies sitting at the bar.
What do we?
looking-
What we need to? So we're going to see Constantine, and we're going to do
Count Konstantin Konstantinovic.
Con. Count Con, and
Count made up name.
he's doing something with alchemy.
She, isn't it? It's a
She.
man, Constantine. Yeah, it's a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a man.
Sorry.
He's
it's
holding a get together of
Oh,
people with the same kind of
thing.
Spooky fest.
I see.
spooky
Okay.
spooky fest. 1869.
1869. Now.
Sunday.
420, bro.
Okay, so
Okay, so
I think personally we should go back to the castle, look in the library, see if there's anything.
yeah, see if we
See if
can
there's anything in the history of the society about this place we're going to.
Yeah.
Outside St. Petersburg.
There isn't.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Okay then.
Let's just go.
That was quick.
Let's go and get
No,
ready.
there's no like. This is the kind of.
It's a new
A
thing.
voice from the sky booms out and says, "No."
This gathering is only new.
Let's just go get ready
We
and have
only
an
invented
adventure.
this place last week.
It's a new book.
Do you want to go? Where are we in?
Oh, it's up to you. You can go.
No, are we in
research.
Are we in Uppsala?
Yeah,
We're
you're in.
Yeah.
right by the castle.
Do we?
You're literally, if you look at the map of Uppsala, Lynn Street is literally the next street over.
Okay, yeah.
So, just want to go to the castle?
Yeah, we'll go home.
Let's go home.
Go home.
Go home. We're
That's
half
always-
cut. We've had a few whiskies. We'll zigzag home.
So he's go back out into the cold and walk the short distance to Castle Grayskull. And Algot's waiting at the door with 2 cocoa swizz.
Aww.
I love you, Albert.
Would the masters need another bath tonight?
Get the double bath out.
Of course I do. You know I
That's my
do.
rubber duck.
My ducky.
So what is well, Stannis is or Stannis, Stan.
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 That's his
Let's
name.
stick with Stan.
Yeah, Stan has gone looking into his quarters and getting the stuff ready, and
Yeah.
well, not ready, but he's putting the stuff away. And Astrid she's disappeared into the library, like she usually does. So what do you want to do?
I think we need to get some provisions together for the trip.
Yeah. Algot.
Well, we need to get some nice warm winter clothes.
Yeah, well,
Algot.
they're going to. If Lee puts the map up,
Which map?
You need instruction.
That one?
the map, the map of the areas are going to.
The Gulf of Finland map.
Yeah, the first one. So you are going to
There we go.
the right-hand side in Gria. Then you see St. Petersburg,
Gria.
and then Jamburg is just kind of southwest.
That's where they invented the preserve.
Which?
So they're going around that area, so it's pretty much Russia in the winter.
Ah.
Okay.
So
So
you're
yeah, we're
gonna need-
definitely going to need some warm gear.
Yeah.
So
So we need
do you
to
want
procure
to
Do we have to go into town and
buy it, or do you want to go and
Kill.
send a message to your
Yeah, we need
our
Quartermaster?
buddy?
yeah, we need our what's his official
Albert?
title?
Your benefactor.
Benefactor, that's the one. Yeah. We
Right,
need
so
some,
you
some provisions for cold weather.
Yes,
you
please.
call Algot over and you tell him to
Send a
send a
pigeon.
telegram to Albert and ask him, can he help you out getting some winter wear?
Ooh.
So that goes off. So you
And a
the
big
next-
magic sword.
And a machine gun, please.
Chainsaw.
So that's that part. So what else do you want to do? Let's just say that you have it, okay?
Okay.
Because Albert's gonna source it for you,
Yeah,
and
he'll
he'll send it
sort
back.
us out.
Yeah.
Good old reliable Albert. So Stan is procuring cash so that we've got some money for our trip.
Well, quartermasters, what they do is they supply. They go and buy supplies, so
Okay.
they make sure the castle is supplied, with food and drink and
Okay, yeah.
stuff like
So somewhere-
firewood and all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
that you need. He kind of runs the day-to-day business of the castle.
Okay.
So if we've got food and drink and that in the castle for us, can we just take that on our trip rather than having to use resources to pay for that?
Yeah, that's what Algot's going to do. That's what Astrid went back and she told him that he's going on the trip, so he's going to get all that
Made
ready
us some
for you.
jam butties. Got us some Cadbury's
To go
chocolate
into
fingers.
Jamburg.
The home of the Jamburg.
Home of the jam.
So that's food
Okay.
and clothing.
How are we
Food,
getting
clothing,
to
sorted.
Russia?
We've still got our armour and our weapons from last time, yeah?
Yeah, you have a rifle and the bayonet.
Yeah. And a map book. Do we need to go and refresh our holy water at the chapel?
That's up to you.
I will go to the
Just
chapel
assume we've done it.
and I will refill my holy water.
Grab one for me there, Father.
Okay, pardon me. I'm your wife now. Okay.
Okay. So, is there anything else we need? I'm going to assume I've still got my net on me.
Yeah.
That's up to you. Like, you can leave it there, you can bring it with you.
I'll bring it. It's not going to weigh much, is it, the net?
No, so.
I'm a big boy.
Wear it?
What?
Wear the net?
Really? That's an odd fashion choice, sir. Okay, so we
Knocking up to Russia with a net vest on.
Yeah.
Onslow fucking.
Nothing else. Just a warm winter coat and a net t-shirt underneath it.
That's it.
Right, so you have
Okay,
your
yeah,
provisions.
so
Your provisions are sorted. So,
So we're all provisioned up.
want to do anything else?
What do we
We can
need?
either go into town and
Yeah.
have a look if we can afford to buy any better stuff for our trip, or we can travel and see what's available nearer to the place.
Do you think?
He's not going to try and figure out anything, or
I've been invited to a party.
I suggested that and you went no.
We tried to investigate. God told us no.
no, you can investigate, but
Okay, well then
no,
can we...
what I was saying no to, there's nothing in the library.
Okay, we're going the wrong
There's
place.
anything about this bloke.
Okay, so let's go to the mental home and go and speak to our insane friend,
Alyssa.
What's her name?
Alyssa.
whose name escapes me
Alyssa?
every week.
Alyssa.
Hey, do you remember her name?
No, because I asked you to take notes, Craig.
Linnea.
I was
Linnea.
close. I was saying Alyssa. Come on.
Easy to remember. Easy to remember. I'll remember it next week.
Right,
Sure.
so a carriage pulls up, and you just get in and just make your way down to Uppsala Asylum, and just rock up, and the guard is standing at the door, the usual guard that he's had previous with,
All busy mate.
and he smiles as he sees you, but then he tells you that Lana isn't there.
What?
He's not there.
What?
No, she goes
Wow.
for. He says she's gone on one of her little walks, and you might find her in an inn called the Burger and Baker on Port Street, just in between Market Street and Cabot Street.
Oh.
The Burger and Baker, what's that?
It's an inn.
He's being a tit.
Of all the things to call it. Right.
That's the name. That's what it tells you in the book. The Burger.
Burger.
The Burger.
Okay, well, let's go see her.
So you just get back into the carriage and you just go past Market Street that you've seen last time.
Hey, remember last time when we were there?
You see all
Okay.
the food and good stalls, and
Oh, good
you
times.
see Crofts Weaponsmith and Army.
Oh, I don't like
beside
him. Didn't like him at all.
And he sees the carriage and he sticks his finger up at Father Lars.
I like you, but you. Religious prick.
He's pulled up outside the Burger and Baker, which is a very, very run-down bar. And let me see, where is it? So we can tell you where it is. Where's Market Street? Yeah, so it's frequented by
It's by the line on the bottom right.
a a lot of semen.
Hey!
So it's a fairly rough bar, and you walk in, and everyone kind of turns and looks at you, and kind of go back down and start drinking their different ales and stuff. And
Sit on a piece of fucking wood.
What?
Window and it doesn't fuck up in the air.
What? This is a rough bar.
you can hear a female voice in the background.
There's females in pubs.
So the innkeeper sees you and he kind of waves at you, and you just walk over and he goes, so what can I do for you today?
Shandy, please.
Well, yeah, go on. We're going to drink coffee. Have one for yourself.
What you want, a shandy?
Yeah, you'll have a shandy. I'll have a port.
He goes, Jesus, Father, I didn't know you were a nun. And he goes over and picks out 2 glasses and makes 2 shandies and kind of
Oh, 2 shandies.
Yeah, you're having
I
a
said
shandy
port,
now.
Thank you.
Oh, port, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, he poured them for himself because he didn't want the father to get beaten up by all the rough
I am a man of God. I am
That's
fast.
the first time Father Lars has been beaten by rough seamen.
Hey! So he
Hey.
gives you your port and he gives you a shandy and he says cheers.
Salut!
What do you want to do now?
Let's find.
Give me an investigation roll anyway.
Okay.
Investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation.
Which is that again?
Investigation.
Destroy.
For the people who are new and who
I
don't
haven't
know.
fucking mages roll at all. Like.
I know, we haven't just rolled at all.
um,
Right, I have just genuinely got 5 2s.
so it's logic.
Five twos.
What are the chances of that? That's got to be some sort of bonus.
Logic. 4 plus
Did any
1.
of you succeed?
Right there.
Me?
No.
We are shit investigators.
So you start to scan the room, but the only thing you notice is it's covered with smoke because people are smoking pipes and stuff, so you can't really see properly. And the only thing you can notice is the glasses the 2 of you have are fucking filthy.
Oh, yeah.
so we're idiots, is that what you say?
Tor, I don't think we should drink this drink. Disgusting.
So the innkeeper goes, so what brings you around here? I haven't seen you 2 in here before.
We're looking for someone.
We're looking for a friend.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Perhaps you know
Tell
her.
me, and tell me
He
where
gives,
Lanier
he
is.
gives you a bit of a wink.
Her name is Craig.
Lanier? Lanier?
Alina.
Linnea, the crazy old woman.
Hey!
Yes.
Whoa! Hey now.
That crazy old woman's my mother.
Yeah, she's just sitting over there in the far corner. She's been in here for the last say, hour or so, so she's had a couple.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
What's she been drinking? And can we get one for her to take with us?
She's drinking the same as yourself.
Shandy. Oh,
Shandy.
thanks.
We'll take an extra shandy then.
No, she's a harder woman than you are.
That's okay.
Southern Comfort Lime and Lemonade.
So,
Jägermeister. please.
we'll if Lee agrees, we'll go over and go and approach her
Sure. Let's go.
friendlily.
Good to meet you, barkeep. God bless you.
God bless you, sister.
Thank you.
So you're walking through the kind of it's kind of new and it's fairly busy. So you're walking through and it's very smoky, as I said, from all the pipes and stuff. And you see the frail old woman. She looks a lot more dishevelled than she did the last time. So she's kind of sitting there, just staring into space, kind of sipping on her port.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to ask her if she's heard of Konstantin Konstanovich.
You're not going to say hello to her? Lee?
No.
Hello. We need
Just
information.
who do you know?
Where is he?
We just
Um,
we present
okay,
the
so
drink
yeah,
down in
pleasure
front of
to
her
meet-
first.
You what?
We present her drink down in front of her to wake her up.
Yeah, we
Like,
got
oh,
her a drink. Maybe got her another port, so.
So she sees the drink coming down. She kind of looks up and smiles. And she goes, thanks very much.
Remember us? Remember us?
So she kind of looks at the two of you and she's like, you don't really ring a bell.
We're your
Should I know?
friends.
Should I know you?
We are the society.
Remember?
But that's impossible. There's no society anymore. I was the last one.
We restarted it, remember? We
I don't
met.
think she remembers.
Remember?
You can see her kind of really concentrating, and she kind of sips up more port, and she goes, I think I do. You're a priest, and you're a soldier? I think
Close.
I remember sending letters to you.
Yeah.
It's have I met you before?
We met at the asylum. Remember? Remember?
We gave her just a brief summary of what's happened.
Oh yeah. So she goes, you just have some great travel so far. He's only been kind of members for not so long. So why have you come here to me?
Lars?
We we received a letter from a man called
Man?
Constantine Constantinople.
Konstantinovich? Is that right there?
Does that name ring a bell to you?
Konstantin Konstantinovich.
Konstantinovich.
Think Goran Izanitovich.
Goran Ivanisevic.
So she's sitting there and she goes, it does a bit. I think he's an author. I think I read one of his books. He writes poems, and I think he wanted us before years ago to go to some gathering or something. But a lot of stuff happened, and we never went.
What happened?
Well, if you read the history of
Oh, for God's sake.
society, a lot happened.
That's why we're asking you.
That's what you're here for.
Well, there was the Lulu tragedy up in Finland when we all I wasn't there, but a lot of people went up and tried to get rid of these big giants that were up there, but the giants found out and killed everyone but 4 members of the society.
Oh, great.
They were the only ones to escape with their lives.
So you're saying it's a dangerous thing? Okay.
Okay.
Well, that kind of started the downfall of the society because
Everyone was
the
dead.
members and those members they disappeared. Nobody knows where they disappeared to.
Oh no.
Okay. That was a downer. So the gathering that he wanted you to go to, what do you know about it? Because we've been invited to the same gathering.
I literally don't know much about it.
No.
Like, as I said, we never went. We were just invited. It was supposed to be like a meeting of minds.
Ooh.
Okay.
Then we're
And she
doomed.
kinda looks off into the distance and like she's in thought.
No. I think we've got all we're going to get out of there today.
I think we need to just leave her to it.
And I write that stuff down.
Can we? I don't know, because she's obviously losing her mind. I'm thinking, can we sort of press her for more information?
You don't want to.
See if she's.
Her eyes kind of brighten up and she goes, I remember the 3 members that escaped from the massacre. It was Katja, Albert and Hilda. They were good friends of mine, but they kind of disappeared. You should know those 3 names.
I know those names. the from episode 1, the Phantom Menace.
So she goes, sorry, I couldn't be any more help.
Oh, you've been a great help, love. Don't you worry about it.
You reminded us of a mission
Mission.
days ago.
She goes, "Jeez, these are nice young men," and she pinches your cheeks.
Stop it.
No, that was the innkeeper. He walks by and pinches Lars's arse.
You're a good little girl.
You wish.
So,
Okay, so then we'll bid adieu and we'll leave.
So you say goodbye to Lena,
Bye, leader.
and she just smiles at you, and then you just see a kind of fog coming over her faces, and she just kind of goes into her own little world again.
Aw.
The head hits the table.
Don't.
Never to be heard from again.
She just fades, her clothes just hit the floor, she's gone.
You strike me down now. I'll be gone. Okay, so she was a whole lot of nothing.
No, she wasn't. She told us loads. What are you crazy?
What did she tell us?
That that we're going to be fighting giants, Craig.
Oh, we're not fighting giants.
We're fighting giants, mate.
No, they're
No,
not.
you're going to Russia. That was in
The
Sweden.
giants were in
Oh,
Sweden.
that was in Finland, sorry.
Was it Finland? It said Sweden.
You look.
And the
Okay. So,
We're on the Gulf of Finland. They can travel, the
Yeah.
giants.
Who else would know, Lee? Sorry, Lars.
Oh, yes?
Who else would know? What about that? The guy who's like a private eye sort of deal.
What?
What was his name? His name.
Trevor.
Trevor.
Batman.
Olas Clint.
That's the one.
Thanks,
Guy
God.
Sort of is semi-society, semi-not. So we haven't got direct contact with him, have we, Dec?
Yeah, well, you know where he lives. He lives on St. John Street.
Can we go down to his house and see if he's coming out to play?
Walk up to his house.
Just rock up, yeah. Bang, 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 bang.
Right, so
Open up.
St. John Street is...
So where are we? Market Street or by the Market Street, aren't we?
I'm struggling to read. But...
St. John Street is across the river. It's literally the street right across from Lynn Street where your little inn is. So it's back up and across. So it
Someone
takes us a
breathing
good
heavily
half
on the
an hour to
microphone.
get back up there, let's say. So you get to look John Street, and the street is, it's just a street away from the university and the cathedral, and you can see the cathedral spire kind of looming over the distance.
So by 5.
And you know where the university was because you were there
Yes.
before in the first adventure.
Yes.
So you see this house, and it's a small little house. It's a little modest house, and you knock at the door, and
Hello.
you hear someone kind of rustling around. It's like, hello, who's this?
Avon calling.
It's Lars and Tor.
Avon's on Wednesday.
It's the society. Open up.
That sounds really intimidating.
So he opens the door and he goes, Lars, Tor, come on in. So he kind of ushers you two years in. And,
Hot cocoa.
would you like some cacao?
I'll have a shandy if you got any.
It's a half fucking cut at this stage. Like.
Coffee would
So
be preferable.
He's getting inside out of the snow. It's starting to snow again, and it's cold, and he has the fire lighting, and you notice that the place is, it's very cluttered. It's like there's books and maps and correspondence and newspaper just kind of everywhere. It's like he hoards information, obviously because he's a private eye.
And a weirdo.
So he kind of tells the two of you to sit down by the fire and hangs your coats up and goes and gets you a nice stiff whiskey.
Ooh. Can I have a
That's
shandy?
too much for Lars. Can you do shandy? Have you got a baby
You
shandy?
got any coke to put in this?
Sorry,
whiskey?
I haven't got a vagina. So he sits us down and he goes, so what can I do for you?
We have received an invitation from Constantine
Savage.
I have one of his poetry books around here, so he's very knowledgeable on the supernatural and stuff like that. He's a very, very smart man.
Does he drink shandy? Sounds like.
Wow.
So he's kind of, he goes, what, like, I don't really know much about him. He's kind of because he's Russian and he lives in Russia, and Sweden and Russia have been at war as of late, so he's not kind of in air kind of circles, if you know what I mean.
I get you. See what you're laying down.
Okay, so he's off on his own.
Well, he's kind of cut off at the moment because of the war,
Yeah.
I get you.
and
Okay. But this is-
no one has heard from him in a good 1 or 2 years. Like,
We have.
why did he? What did he invite us to?
Never you mind.
Giant sex party. Well,
Is that sex with giants or
Um,
just a lot of people having sex?
apparently, years ago, he tried to organise a gathering of
You don't tell
like-minded
him this.
individuals.
Tell him everything.
I trust this man. Now.
Why?
I didn't at first. He tried to organise a meeting. The society couldn't go, but it seems like he's done it again, and he's invited us. So, just wondering
We're
if you knew
nosy
anything about
bastards.
what it was meant to be last time, so we know what to expect.
Oh, it's very interesting. I wouldn't mind going to that myself. I didn't receive an invitation.
Doesn't look like you're going there.
Because where is this get together?
It's on the Gulf of Finland.
In the Gulf of Mexico. It is in a place called Ingrid.
Ingria?
Ingria, yeah, I know that well. It's up near St. Petersburg.
Yes.
It's all that area there. Oh,
Just
very interesting people. Like it's sometimes referred to as the Wild East,
Oh.
and used to be owned by Sweden until obviously it was seceded by the Russians and renamed. So, and then the wars and then the construction of St. Petersburg drove a lot of the population away from that area, and they kind of all gathered around there. There's an ethnic group around there called the Forgotten Peoples because they speak their own language. I think it's
Scousers.
Fingo again. So, yeah, it's a
interesting.
nice place. Very cold this time of year.
He knows
so
a lot
I
about
hope
this place. Tor.
He knows a lot about history.
Let's take
He's a
this.
massive
Let's
nerd.
take this guy with us.
So
Do-
he's sitting there drinking, and he said, by the way, how did the Vensnas go?
We don't talk about that.
Terrible.
I hear you came back with a young lady.
Why
Yes,
are you
and a
in?
massive scar.
What are
on my
you
abdomen.
suggesting?
Oh, what happened to what happened to your stomach?
I was attacked by a Vaesen.
Oh, what kind?
A muley.
Nasty little creatures.
Little bastard.
Wingy baby thingy.
Yeah. And there was there a witch hunter there as well?
Yeah, he's a prick. Yeah, we had rather a lot to do with Klaus Jaeger.
Yeah.
Does the name ring a bell?
Olas just smiles and drinks more of his whiskey. He goes, witch hunters usually are pricks.
Well,
And then he kind of goes, did you learn anything more about why Oscar was killed up at the Witch Cat Inn?
not
We
yet.
never kind of discovered that. We only knew that he was murdered, that was it.
No, we never discovered anything else.
We were busy trying to save a young girl's life, for fuck's sake!
We
Jesus!
had other things to investigate.
Sorry.
No, it's just like to tie things up in my own head, because obviously I'm a private detective. I like getting information about things.
Well, if you were a good one, you'd do it yourself, wouldn't you?
Well, if you'd like information, then if you're willing to come along, then I'm sure you'll get plenty of information where we're going if you want to come.
I can't at the moment. I have business in Uppsala. I have a visitor coming, so
Who is it? Who's coming?
Is she fit?
he just smiles and drinks his whiskey. So that's like private eyes don't tell information.
Like, they literally do. You just have to pay them.
Not to you, please.
No godly shit.
Fine.
doesn't work on a private.
Fine. But don't ask
So
to
he
come
goes, "Is
to
there
anything else.
anything else I can help us with?"
No.
No. But no, is there?
Uh,
No.
you got any money?
Some money. Or some weapons. Do you have a magic sword?
Have you got a pet tiger?
No,
It's a
but
shame.
I heard you have.
No, we got Stan.
No, yeah, that's just that.
Just Stan. Good old Stan.
I did write him, but he's still in calling.
So you just sit there and finish your whiskies, and he goes, "Well, if there's nothing else I can do for you, I'll let you just get on your way."
Cheers, Lar.
He hands you
Cheers,
hands you back your coat and says, "Anytime you need me, you know where I am. And if you don't need me, I'll be around anyway."
Ah, that's not creepy at all.
Before I go,
No.
quick question: the Forgotten Peoples. Are there any sort of link to Vaesen, the site, any of this sort of shit that we deal with?
No, not really. They just kind of left St. Petersburg area when it was built, and because they were getting persecuted for their religion, and the taxes were too high, and the usual kind of stuff, and a new civilization kind of takes over. But they're nice people, but they're very insular.
Definitely Scousers. While I'm doing this, do you think maybe Lars should do a quick investigation and see if you can see anything of use in the house?
Yeah, go ahead.
For fuck's sake.
Whilst I have the man distracted.
So it's
He's not really distracted. He's talking to you.
logic. So 5. No. Yes, I got 2 6s.
2 6s was that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I investigated the shit out of this.
You got 2, so well, Tor is talking to Olas.
Look at me.
Lars.
Look at me.
Father Lars kind of glancing around, and he notices a letter just at the bottom of it kind of sticking out, and he can kind of make out what it says, that whoever wrote the letter is going to be in Uppsala very soon, and there is a big stamp with a kind of ornate cross on it that you think you've seen before, but you just can't put your finger on.
It's a witch hunter.
Ooh.
So that's what you see.
Best not be.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm not going to go.
Damn, he's on to me.
So
Okay.
Okay.
So then we shall be on our way.
he says, "Auf Wiedersehen," or whatever Swedish people say. Bye-bye.
Now that is just written.
That's quite literally what it was, yes.
So what do you want to do now, boys?
Let's go.
Do you think we've investigated everything we are going to?
Yeah.
Well, what have you learned? You haven't.
We haven't learned a thing about this week. We've learned a lot about last week and the week before.
Well, that's good. It's a kind of
I mean,
recap.
what can we possibly learn? We need to go.
Well, I think you've learned everything.
Yeah, I think we need to
Okay,
go
then
now.
we have, because you're God.
Because not many people have heard of your man.
No.
And what they have heard,
He's an author, isn't he, to most people?
he's an author. Yeah.
He's a poet and an author.
Cool.
So
Would it be worth getting his book to have on us?
if he's want.
What? To
There might be.
swat
There
up on him
might.
so
There
we can try
might.
and
Yeah,
impress
it
him?
might.
Well, in the
it-
book, it's all gonna be poems and stuff.
But,
But
like,
you can have it just to impress him.
That's
maybe.
what I mean. It might, like, oh, you're. It might.
You're a fan. Let me sign that for
It'll
you.
show. It'll show that we've looked into him.
To Father Lars.
Yeah, okay, so I gather we won't be travelling for a day or two because things took that long.
It's the
back then.
20th. What's our date
So-
now?
We'll get
Well, you just kind of have to leave soon.
You only have to go
we've
to
got
the.
time to cram a book in.
You only have to go to the bookstore I mean, we might have it in our library. It's got lots of books.
Do you want the book?
No, I think we're just trying to think of something to do before we go.
I'll tell you
No,
what,
I
as
was-
I'm walking out of Olos's. Oh, give me a. What can I do?
We just want something to use later. We've read your book. You always want.
Yeah.
Give me a learning check.
Oh, I'm terrible at that.
3,
Hang on.
7.
Ah, yeah, you got a 6.
Oh yeah.
Right, so you're leaving Olos's house and he goes, oh, wait a minute.
Huh?
And he kind of just turn around and he hands you a book. And he goes, just for a bit of reading on that big long travel up to Russia.
Oh.
He goes, toodle-doo. Closes the door.
Slam.
Toodle-doo.
Toodle-doo.
The classic Swedish greeting and goodbye.
Classic Olas. He's such a kid.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, lad.
So, what, you want to go back to the castle? Or?
Yeah, let's go home.
Yeah, let's rest up and then travel.
Right, so he's go back up to the castle and Astrid is there and Stan is kind of putting some boxes away. He has all your equipment and stuff that you need.
Good man, Stan.
And Algot is kind of standing there with a tear in his eye, hates to see us leave.
But loves to watch us
I
go.
hate to see you go, sir. But I love to see you come back.
He shakes your hand but lingers a bit too long.
While
This-
gazing at your chair.
This place best be spotless when we come back.
I will fucking kill you. So you put on the boxes that Stan is putting away. That's your winter gear that Astrid's brother Albert's up there sourcing for you. So you have big fur coat. Well, yeah, big fur coat. Let's go. Let's get pimp with this.
Yeah.
Big purple fur coats. Just have a kind of
Cane.
Platform shoes.
whatever type of ski bottoms they had in the 19th century. Whale fucking skin or whatever. And you have big boots, so and big gloves, so he's be nice and warm.
Does Lars still very much look like a priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, his has the big cross in the back.
Priest ain't easy written on the
Yes.
Lars Daddy. Embroidered on the back.
Father Lars, but
And
with
yours
the
has a
like
big-
FRTHA.
Yours has a big flaming tiger coming over the shoulder.
I was in the army once, written down here.
So you just put your bags on your back and you get into their carriage, it brings you to the river. And you get on the boat to St. Petersburg.
Let's go.
So you just want to do anything on the boat? Like it's
There's
not
I
many
tried to look
people.
around the train once and I got laughed at.
Like it's getting late and it's starting to get dark and
Let's-
you
We
kinda-
want to read that book, don't forget.
so the two of you sit there studying the book. So the boat trip to St. Petersburg is uneventful. On board the ship, you spend your time studying, well, reading over the poetry book from Count Constant,
Getting into the mind.
and one of you has to prepare a speech that you're going to give at the gathering.
Craig.
So whichever one wants to do that.
I did the speech in the last one.
Well, you're going to have to kind of talk to everyone.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to say what the society and your beliefs and all this jargon.
They won't
Why
want to
don't,
talk.
if we're a society of two people, then we should do it together.
Yeah, but I think you should do it. As the soldier man, they'll respect you more.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but who has the highest inspiration?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Lee. Your inspiration, man. You've got all the God talk. I'll just get up and go, believe in us.
And if you kind of found out what you have a pipe as well that you can play.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
I
it.
think that gives you extra inspiration if you play it.
Oh.
Mhm.
Doodly doo doo doo.
So you could be playing the pipe while Tor is giving his
Yeah.
spiel.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna fight them on the breakers.
Why you got the pipe?
Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
I don't know,
Doodle-doo-doo-doo.
that's what he equipped himself with when he made his character.
Yeah.
He was a pipe.
A musical pipe.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that gives me an extra inspiration.
I think it gives the people around more
makes them-
inspiration. I'll have to look it up, but I'm
makes
sure
them
it gives
inspired.
you an extra little boost.
Okay.
Ooh.
Right, so he's on the boat and he's reading and playing the pipe and having dinner, and he's dock at St. Petersburg. So as you step ashore at the dock at St. Petersburg, it begins to snow again. The air is cool, and you soon find the stagecoach that will take you to Narva and Konstantinovич's manor. Jesus Christ.
Let's just call him Stan.
No.
So standing by the carriage is a man. He's a skinny man with steel in his eyes.
Oh.
He's an average height with dark brown hair, thick moustache, and a haggard face.
Oh.
He is bundled in thick animal pelts, and he wears over his winter coat. The beads of ice have formed in his moustache. So, what do you want to say or do?
Who are you?
So he kind of grunts at you, and he goes, "I'm not going to do a Russian accent." My name is.
Don't.
I would.
He goes. He says, "My name is Ila Ermanikov. Jesus.
Manikov.
Ermanikov. Ermakov.
There he is.
Ermanikov. No, that's not him.
Coachman Ilya Ermakov.
So he goes, I'll give me your bags, and you give him your bags, and he puts them on top of the stagecoach. And he says, before we get to Narva, we have to make one more stop
Oh.
in St. Petersburg to pick up another person.
Outrageous.
Okay.
So he loads up your
The more
luggage.
the merrier.
Loads up your luggage onto the stagecoach roof, and you take your seat inside, and you start traveling, and you stop in the center of St. Petersburg at the famous Talon restaurant
Ooh.
down by the river Neva. A lone noble woman enters the carriage. She's Swedish and introduces herself as Vilma Aftzim.
What?
Vilma
Yes.
Aftzim.
Ah.
I don't know if you've pronounced it
Hang
yet.
on, just by you saying it, I've spelled it VILMA
Yeah.
ASZIMPT.
You're so close.
I was close.
That's close, that. I'll give you that.
She has light brown hair, and it's pulled back into a beautiful bun in the fashion
Got a
of...
beautiful bum.
Hey!
Yeah,
Stop
she
it.
fashioned her hair into a beautiful bun.
They crack up the middle.
She has inquisitive bright green eyes and wears a fine dress of a noble woman. The coachman loads her luggage before the journey continues away from the harbour and the palaces and the churches of the city and out into the countryside. So, what do you want to do?
Can we make conversation with Vilma?
You can do that.
Hi, Vilma.
She goes, hello, gentlemen. She goes, where are you two off to?
I like your bum. A bun.
Nice bum. Bun.
Father!
We are going.
God.
We are going to see a man.
Come on, Lee. You can do it.
Con.
God.
We go to Spooky Con 1897.
Her eyes kind of brighten up and she goes, what a coincidence, I'm going there too.
Oh, how wonderful.
What's your relation to the spooky?
She goes, I'm an artist and a spiritualist from Stockholm.
Ah. I know Stockholm.
My father, General
Treated me
Pete.
badly, but I love him.
No, my father was very broad-minded. He was a general in the Swedish army. His name is Peter Aft Zimt, and he paid for me to go painting in Paris. And while I was there, I became known for my abstract symbolist paintings, and I developed a keen interest in the occult and the esoteric.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
Interesting.
she goes, why are you going to the Count's little gathering?
What do
Honestly,
you think? Let's do a little whisper. What do you think, Lars? Should we tell her the truth?
You know it's rude to whisper.
sorry, this is God business, my dear.
We're talking about
God
Willies.
things.
There is no God here.
while I'm
She
here.
spits pea grease soup all over the place.
What do you reckon, Lee? Be honest. She's a spooky person.
She's a noble person as well. Don't trust
Yeah.
rich people.
Yeah, you can always trust noble people.
She's a fucking Tory.
What do you reckon, Lee? Yay or nay?
Yeah. You know what?
I'll tell you what, give me what kind of role?
Investigation to see if she needs to be. No, not
Give
investigation.
me an observation role.
Observation. That's worse for me.
How many is that?
Oh, no, that's better for me. It's 4.
Observation. 1.
3 6s.
What?
Yeah, she's on the up and up.
Ah, sound.
Okay, yeah.
I got 1 6 also.
We are this.
No, but she's actually on the up. She fell out. The she's driving the carriage.
Coachman, what are you doing?
She's off the cake on her.
So she kind of looks at you and goes, "And why are you coming?"
We were
It's just the way I look.
we
Have
were
you seen your bum?
by the request of
We
The Count,
we have been invited by Konstantin Konstanovich.
oh.
Yes, it is a bit of a mouthful.
Just say
I bet
Constantine.
it
Just
is.
say Constantine.
Yeah, we've been invited by our mate Connie.
Then it's the baddie from the Muppets, so it's easier.
So why, but why did he invite us? Like, what's your deal? Like, I do tarots and I do seances and I read mystical text. What do you two guys do?
We kill.
Have you ever heard of the society?
And you can kind of see that she has, but she tries to be aloof.
Ooh,
She goes, I think I've heard of him.
that's us.
That's your mum, Danny.
When I was traveling through Europe, I came across a few people that have come into contact with the society, like the Rosicrucians, and there was actually one in England called the Rose Society.
Ooh,
I think they're
Scousers.
part of your group, but they're not part of your group. I kind of didn't stick around because it's England.
You were trying to rob me trainees.
So
Yeah. You seem to know more than most people.
More than us.
have you been in the society long?
No.
Well, we're the only members, so take from that what you will.
We're trying to start it back up, basically. What we're saying.
Yeah, we're the society hit a lull, and we're trying
Want to be
to.
my gang, my gang, my gang.
I don't think you're meant to do that as much as
No.
you're meant to.
Do you want to be in my gang?
Dracula? What? No, yeah, so.
Good time.
Yeah,
But,
we're quite open with her about it. We tell her we're trying to build it back up, but we've been invited to this, and the intrigue and the hopes of meeting other people with similar
spooky
gifts and
interests.
who want to help people like we do. There's a chance that we could recruit.
It's a very noble cause. But the next time I'm in Uppsala, I'll have to drop in. Where is your headquarters?
Right, you won't be able to miss it.
On the front.
Castle Grayskull.
Yes,
Oh yes.
that's the one.
Right,
Just knock on the door and say "Ooga booga booga." Don't know what.
Just ask for
So
Algot.
what? That's for Algot. So time passes and darkness starts to fall, and outside the temperature is dropping really fast.
Jesus.
Dim lights can be seen among the distant houses, fewer and fewer the further they go. It's getting colder. You are grateful to be all huddled together under the pelts in the carriage. Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
Roll me a force check.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
No, don't. The frost forms beautiful patterns on the small glass windows of the stagecoach. Hours go by and the carriage sways and rocks, and eventually there's nothing but endless fir trees outside the window. You all doze off, and suddenly you hear the horse neighing and the coachman coursing loudly in Russian, which I'm not going to do.
Jesus.
Jesus! The stagecoach rocks heavily, and without warning, you are violently thrown around the carriage.
Fuck. Shit.
As the carriage flips over and tumbles down the slope, you both have to make an agility test.
For God's sake.
And I just hold everyone with me massive
Physique,
horse.
so got 3.
Agility.
Nyah.
That's a save.
Nothing for me, so I'm dead.
Well, I might save you. Yes. 2 6s.
Yes.
So whoever failed
Oh, for fuck.
is hurled out of the carriage,
Ah!
and you all have to take damage from the fall anyway. So the attackers roll the 3 dice for those who remain in the carriage and 6 for those who reject. So I have to roll 3
Do we
dice.
get anything for me double 6s there?
No.
That's
So
not very nice this week.
inside you get 1
Quick,
damage.
you gone
So
quiet.
You
Quick.
get. Where's Craig? Craig.
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
You
Yeah,
gone.
you get 1 physical damage, so you're exhausted now. So as you're bouncing around, you kind of bounce and smack your head off the top of the stagecoach, and Lee
I'm dead.
is dead. No, he's not. Lee got 1 as well, so you'll get 1 damage as well. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, Lee. So
How
you're
exhausted is the state, or am I exhausted and I've got 1 damage?
no. That's if you can see the conditions. There's 4 conditions.
Yeah.
Exhausted is
Okay.
the 4th one, so you just tick exhausted.
Yeah.
No, but then as you go along, if you look the broken, then you have to go onto that table and see what. Yeah, this is how we should have been doing it.
Oh, I see.
So Lee is exhausted. So Lee,
I'm exhausted as well.
sorry, Father Lars, you get thrown out the window.
Oh.
You just start tumbling and tumbling and tumbling.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And you just smack into a tree and you just kind of slump.
Fucking hell, he'd be dead.
Luckily, I was in my big fluffy fur coat.
Yeah, and Jesus was hugging it.
Oh, Jesus.
So the carriage is down the slope and you're still inside. Tor and Lars is slumped up against a tree. So Vilma is lucky and she gets away with only a bump on her head. And
And a bum.
Elia is completely unharmed.
Oh.
So after the incident caused by the carriage hitting a root, and it won't budge. It's lying in a large snowdrift on the side of the road with the luggage scattered all over the ground. As you regain your senses, you can see nothing but the mist of your breath, and the starlight shines down from the dark winter sky. It is so cold it hurts to breathe. A wolf howls deep in the woods. Every breath freezes into clouds of ice crystals. Snow is falling heavier and heavier, and the wind is rising. Isla kind of gathers us all together and said, "He knows a place where we can find." He goes, "We need to get to the Tamasalu Inn. It's not far from here. Or we won't survive the night. The cold. It's just too cold. So you can only take one item, which is because the rest is scattered all over the snow.
Okay. What items are we wearing our armor, or is that one of the items?
No, you're wearing your armor underneath your clothes, but all your stuff like your guns and stuff are all scattered everywhere.
Weapons.
Fucking.
Shit, I was only wearing me net.
If only I took his advice.
I'm going to take.
Just make a note of what you're going to take.
Just grab me pistol.
Okay. So are the other things lost forever, Dad?
Yeah.
No, I never said that, but just
So,
take one thing.
what about equipment?
This is
So that it's all equipment. Yeah.
everything. You just have to pick something.
It's hard.
You can only bring one item, and the rest is scattered.
One
in
of
the
my
snow.
weapons is
For
Jesus.
each-
Can I bring
Hold
that?
on. For each additional item you want to search for, you must pass a force test.
Yes.
Because the cold is so severe.
I get you.
Okay. So what happens if you fail a force test?
You take physical damage.
Fuck.
Okay, right. I will take. If my rifle got my bayonet attached to it, I think it would be.
Let's say yeah.
Okay, I'll take my rifle with the bayonet.
Oh, I'm pissed.
And
Shut up, Darren. Stop giving them ideas.
I'm not even looking at the chat.
I am now.
Hold on, and I decide. No, I can't do that. That's impossible.
It's a kosher rule.
I'll take my rifle with my bayonet, and I will roll for the net.
So
You're
roll
obsessed with that net.
force.
6.
Did you get a 6?
1 6. Not
Yes.
2, unfortunately.
So you're kind of scuttering around, and you kind of with your hands, and then you feel your net, and you pull it up.
Okay.
You put it around your shoulders. Lee, do you want to search for anything, or
Well, my pistol is the thing I've got.
you got a pistol?
Yes.
I didn't write that down for you.
I think did you buy it last
Yeah.
week?
I didn't buy a pistol.
I did. I wrote pistol on me thing.
Oh, I'm still listening. Sorry.
He's the whole story around you.
My
now,
equipment that I had, what I had on me, musical
So you have a pistol.
musical pipe,
So,
a pen, my writing utensils, holy water,
okay, Jesus.
Vaesen
relax.
book.
So you're taking your pistol.
and the Vaesen feather. I'm talking to Craig, Mr. Nobody, Mr.
He's
Narrator.
never asked what those 4 feathers could do, by the way.
What? Sorry.
I'm not telling
Deck.
you now.
Understand that I don't know what I'm doing. So how would I know what to ask?
Anyway.
I'm taking my
so you
pistol.
How would we even find that out there?
You could have asked someone.
Who?
Ah, the owl bird.
You could have asked her, or you could have asked the bloke in the shop that runs an armory
Yeah, but he didn't like us, did he?
and seems to be very knowledgeable. No, because you didn't ask.
Have we still Lee's got the feathers on him, hasn't he?
No, they're in the
He does.
snow.
Not now. He doesn't.
Ah, surely they'd be tucked away in his pocket. Why would you put feathers up above it in a case?
Because
Why would you bring fucking feathers up to fucking Russia anyway? What's he gonna do? Ooh, tickle the constant.
case they were useful. In case they were
Okay,
useful.
so what are you taking, Lee? A pistol?
Yeah.
Are you searching for anything like holy water that might come in very useful?
Yeah, come on.
Right, so do a force test.
So force is physique. 3. 1, 2, 3. Huh! No. I'm just hate myself looking for fucking holy water. Thank you.
Don't we have a re-roll on something?
You do. There's a push.
Yeah.
One per session.
Lee, is it worth using it for holy water?
No.
How important do you think?
I-
Can you not make any water
No,
holy water?
no. We tried this.
Right, I tell you what, right? So you're looking for holy water, and you pick it up, but it's frozen solid. So you just throw it down anyway.
God is mean. Isn't he?
Right. So is there finished days?
Yeah,
I think we're finished.
that's all we're doing. Is that worth Lee dying?
So Vilma leaves several items behind in the stagecoach. One of the horses has an injured hind leg and is limping badly.
Aw.
Kill it.
They.
And
talking
if
to
you
us.
linger any longer, then it's gonna die. So Ilya takes takes the lead, holding up his lantern to light the way on the snow-clad road.
Poor guy.
After a grueling walk, coaches have to take another force test for the cold, I'm afraid.
Huh.
2 sixes.
No sixes.
Did you get one, Lee?
Hello.
No. Did you get one?
No.
Use my extra 6
No.
to shield him from the cold.
No.
Yeah, well, you're walking and you can see the Father Lars is getting cold, so you kind of put your arms around him to keep him warm
Hug me.
Oh, yeah, big fella. I'll take care of you.
and nibble on his ear. So after the grueling walk, he's reached the inn. The inn is surrounded by deep pine forest, many hours from the nearest village. The storm is hard and it is hard for any of you to even see the person in front of you. Tired and battered, you step inside the Tamusalu Inn. Ilya leads the horses into the stable. So you go in. I didn't think you should get this fucking far, so I'm gonna have to go and get my other things.
So got nearly an hour left.
I know, my thigh is be fluting around for fucking longer.
We tried,
Yeah, we
and you
did
kept
try,
telling
but
us to
God
stop.
went, No.
Yeah, but the problem was there was not much to learn without your man, so
Okay.
there was no point fucking having you fannying about.
Could we not do like a 40-minute song and dance thing?
I could have, but I've
So
lost my
you-
pipe.
You go into the inn.
Right.
You go into the inn and you go into the dining hall, and the dining hall is on the ground floor of the inn. It's a big open space and has a brick stove with a fireplace, and there's huge bear skin in front of the fireplace. And there's a number of chairs and tables that have been set up around. The room is warm and it smells of nice food and ale. And there's other guests kind of sitting at the tables eating food. And there's two servers kind of running around and kind of giving stuff to people. And there's an open wooden staircase that leads to the second floor where you're kind of guessed that's where in most inns is the guest rooms. So the innkeeper sees you and he kind of rushes over to you. He goes, "Oh," and the three of you are standing there. And he goes, "Hi, welcome to the Tamasulu Inn. My name is Axel Trigg." And you notice that he's a tall man with broad shoulders and a big smile on his face.
There he is.
You can see just kind of give me a investigation roll.
Investigation. Ooh. Logic.
5. Hang on.
5.
Yeah, I got 1.
I got
6.
3 sixes.
You can see that
I can see it.
I can see sound.
even though he's smiling, you can see there's a sadness behind his eyes.
Aw.
And if you bear with me for a second.
You okay?
This is where Lars goes over. Are you okay, my
You
child?
okay, Axel?
I feel like something's bothering you.
So he goes, so what happened out there?
Fucking root.
We fell off the
Bloody
fucking
root.
road. They're like a combination of them two
Root.
things. Let's just say that.
Bloody root.
He goes, quick, come in and sit by the fire. Like, I'll call someone over. I'll call Emir over. He's our waiter here, and he'll bring us a nice warm
Oh,
drink
thank God.
or something stiffer if you are still fucking locked.
I just need coffee. God damn it.
So, two of you sit. Well, three of you sit down, and
Where's Ilya at this
the
point?
Emir comes over. He's a young lad with curly brown hair, and he's charming brown eyes.
Oh, he's a handsome boy.
Yeah, he's a good-looking lad. And he comes over and he brings us a drink, and Axel sits down beside us. You haven't got a picture of him.
Okay.
He's on the list of other NPCs. So
There we go. Axel Trigg, that's it.
No. This
that's
new
him.
guy.
That's the innkeeper.
I spelt it wrong. Yeah.
You gotta be more.
So you sit down
Russian
and
about
you're sipping away.
Can I just point out how much he looks like Rodney Trotter?
I think he's supposed to be Trigger, is he?
He looks more like Rodney.
Oh, right,
This time
Dave.
next year, Axel, we'll be millionaires.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah.
We're kind of stuck, aren't we? Lee, do you think we need to be asking around, see if anyone's going to the same place? Or, I mean, there's nothing to really that we know of to investigate.
I'm
is
half dead at this point.
there? Pardon?
I'm half dead.
Yeah, we need to rest up, but we're not like critically
Yeah, well, you
injured.
can. But you have one damage each. So if you want to heal up, like just by sitting there having a rest, it'll heal you up anyway.
Okay.
Okay, well, while we're doing that, can we talk to
Well, we've also got what's a face.
Well, give me an investigation roll.
I don't know if there's anyone around who's going to the same place we are, so we can try and bum a lift
You're
off.
so nosy.
No, nothing.
5. 1 6.
Well, you're sitting there and you kind of look around and you notice that there is more people sitting around. There is obviously Vilma sitting beside you. There's two men at a table not so far away from you. There's an old woman kind of sitting at the fire.
Ooh.
And there is Mr. Trigg himself, Big Dave.
Rodders.
So, who do you want to talk to?
Rodney, probably, isn't it?
I think we need to. We'll go straight to Trigg because he's the innkeeper. He's going to know most about what's going on in
Goes
his
to
inn,
gaff,
isn't he?
innit?
He's up at the bar and he's kind of cleaning glasses and he's kind of giving instructions to his
Waiter, man.
workers, and he's walking towards him, and a long-haired grey cat kind of steps out in front of Father Lars. So give me an agility check, please.
Give me a force check. He boots it as far as
Give me an agility check.
agility.
Yeah.
Okay, 6 dice. No, nothing. I tripped over the cat.
You're not Father Lars.
Lars?
No, I didn't get on. No, I didn't get on.
Oh,
The cat runs across you and you trip
Oh,
over
for
him.
fuck's sake.
And you fall onto your hands and knees and you're like, for fucking cats! So you get a physical condition there, buddy.
fucking hell. Oh, if you die by cat.
Meow.
So now I'm battered.
Okay, so what are we rolling?
No, he just gets one. He gets exhausted again.
Oh.
'Cause you got healed up, but then you're falling over a cat.
So we've still got that exhaustion.
Oh,
No, he
You're
does. You
fine.
don't. There's only one.
why do you want it, Craig?
Oh, okay.
You nub. I want to be
It's just
exhausted
funny.
too.
A big giant soldier
That's
tripping up over it.
Literally twice you've jumped. Oh, I do trip over the cat. Yeah, the cat wasn't in front of you. Yeah, but I fell as well.
In
Maybe
sympathy.
I fell over Lee. Never think about that.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, Lee falls on his hands and knees, and Tor trips over him, but does a cartwheel and lands on his feet.
Yeah, okay. That sounds
And everyone turns and goes, "Yay!"
Wow.
Yeah.
What a show.
I get
So
attention. That's
you
fine.
walk up to Axel, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that cat. He just fucking appears out of nowhere most
Can you
times."
put it down, please? It's just exhausted me.
He goes, "That's the funny thing. It's not mine."
Well, get rid of it. So the inn is
You know,
this?
so it's my inn,
Shit in.
and I would prefer if you didn't raise your
A
voice at me.
curse on your inn. And a curse on
I
that
heard
cat.
about you. Stop being a prick. We had a hunter in here the other week.
He said if you ever a priest called Father Lars, tell him he's a prick.
Yeah.
Right, so give me
No.
give me a manipulation check.
Manipulation. Empathy.
Yep.
5, 6, 7.
Yep, 2 6s.
2 6s.
Awesome. So,
Wow, 4 6s. Jesus.
so he's talking away. So what do you want to ask? Or what do you want to know?
If what he
Ask
knows
him.
of the
Ask
okay,
him.
what do you know or I don't want to word it. Have you met Constignelli or whatever his name is?
Constantly. He goes, the Count. Yeah, he doesn't live that far from here. Like it's another couple of hours in the carriage, but obviously you don't have one, and the storm is way too bad for you to be leaving now. So yeah, I've met him once or twice. Like he's passed here once or twice, and he kind of stops in for a meal. But we have at night time we gather and tell whoever's in the inn. We gather the stories at the fireplace. Like we share stories. It's kind of like a little tradition that my parents kind of started at this inn, and he never joined in, but he kind of sit here and he doodle in his little notepad, and
Writing his poems, probably.
like he seems to be a nice enough lad. Or man.
Nice
lad.
lad.
He's a good lad.
He's sound, right? Okay, so what do you know of the meeting that he's having? Anybody else up for that?
We have a lot of people coming through here, and like as I said, like everyone that's here is only at the kind of getting here because of the storm. We've all come here, and we have a kind of this area is always kind of shielded from the storm. I think it's the forest around it that kind of shields us for the worst. But I've never kind of felt anything like this before. And like as you can see, there's two gentlemen sitting over there, and that old woman, she is called Karen Karaskemfa, and she is one of the forgotten people, as we call them. She's a runo singer.
Ooh.
A what singer?
A runo singer. They kind of they sing about
Runos.
they sing about the knowledge and local folklore and
Country western singer.
Can she speak?
And Vaesen.
Can she speak
So,
Swedish?
Interessante.
I don't know who the two gentlemen are. As I said, they just came in, and I get them rooms upstairs. Like everyone has a room, and just use one of them.
I was about to say, is there any room for?
We've loads of room. Like this was a big
There's
inn.
4 of us.
Any room at the inn?
All right, Mary.
The name's Jesus, actually.
And he hands you a shandy.
Automatically handle
With a
it,
wink.
Shandy.
Hey,
You look like a shandy drinker.
I like shandies. Shut up.
Because the inn itself, like my family, it's been in the Trigg family since the Swedes owned this area.
Ooh.
And we left a little cottage from outside Falun 200 years ago and headed to Ingria to seek like fortune in the wild east, as we like to call it out here. And all we kind of brought with us was a birch bark shoe, with an acorn in it from the cottage. That was like our little keepsake. And then we planted the acorn just out there at the small pond behind the inn. And now it's like a big oak tree that we kind of spend. It's good shade for the summer months and stuff. But unlike all the other Swedes that kind of fled Ingria when the Russians took over, we stayed here, and even during the war, this place was a field hospital. And all the people around this area, they know that the inn is kind of #1 for hospitality around here, and we're very happy to have people here or animals or whoever like wants to show up. Like, we're just a nice people.
Like that fucking cat.
Fucking modest as well.
So we're just lucky because the inn is kind of in between St. Petersburg and Narva, which is a town, the next town, and there's a little port there, so we get a lot of travellers here all year round.
Interesting.
And that's it. Like, when my mother and father passed away, myself and my sister kind of took over the inn, and I want to make it into a bigger place. Have a bit of gambling and get more people in from the city. And but my sister, she just kind of wanted to preserve it the way it was, the way our parents had it, all its traditions. Give me an investigation.
Investigation.
Yep, 6.
Right there.
You notice when he kind of mentions his sister,
I didn't.
kind of becomes more melancholy and sad.
Poor
Where is your sister?
Rodders or whatever.
My sister, she died last year.
I'm so sorry, my son.
We found her at the side of the lake, and we just found her dead last spring. She was a lovely woman. He looks over at the mantelpiece, and you see a painted portrait of a woman, and she has fair hair, and she's kind of middle-aged with green eyes, and her hair's in elaborate braids. And said my sister was just a beautiful person, and ever since we were kids, she would often tell me that she could see and speak to her invisible friends, as she'd call them.
God.
But not those friends, or no one can bring my sister back.
I mean, we'll see about that.
I think Lars and Tor have a little mutual nod of like,
She had the size.
Have you ever seen anything unexplainable?
Did you have any secret friends?
No, I didn't believe in all that fucking fairy stuff.
Oh.
Like, I'm just here to get this place as good as I can and make it very successful.
Oh, are you okay there?
That was rude. In the presence of a man of God.
What happened then?
He was crying under his breath. So, any more questions? So he goes, that's, what about, were you just travelling to, right, you told me you're going to the Count's house near Narva, but like, what happened outside? And where's Ilya? He's usually the carriage man for
People from Uppsala.
the Count.
He's took the horses to the stables, he said.
I should imagine he'll be in soon. Do you know him well?
I do. He was always here. I think he had a bit of an eye for my sister.
Ah.
He used to take like walks around the pond and into the sauna.
Oh.
Does he know what the folks are passing?
I does, yeah.
No, I am offended. I'm trying not to offend him. Pierce, who's not even here. Did he know about it? He's
been offended. You literally went, "Where's your sister?"
Well, I I didn't know she's dead. It's a genuine question.
Yeah, well, you could have been more tactful. Like.
What's this? Where is
Where-
your sister, my
Where
son?
is yonder Esther?
So your sister, dead or alive?
Is she dead or is she dead fit?
Where is your sister?
You need to type less aggressively, Craig. Very, very aggressive.
He's a big angry military man. He's not.
Yeah,
gonna
but
be-
you're not a big angry
He's not a
military man.
He's a fucking. Right, so anything else you want to ask, or
Yeah. Where is she?
What did you murder your sister for?
What did you kill her with?
No, but
Tell us.
So, wait there. So sister's dead.
Sister's dead. Old
Found
woman
by
by
the
fire.
was she found by the pond? He said, didn't he?
Well, you said lake, but it got him and pond.
yeah, the
Yeah,
pond
so-
is afterwards. Caught
Yeah,
myself.
which is near the sauna, which is near the tree.
Which is near the tree.
Okay, but we don't know. Do we know that yet? As us too, because we haven't
What?
been out in the snow. Have we had a map of this place and looked at it? Because I doubt it. I know we know.
No, you
So
haven't.
No, but I think we could have because we won't be able to see
no,
out the window.
no,
but
no. So
No, you can't. Literally, as you said when you were coming
It's
up
white
into the-
out.
towards the inn, everything was just black in front of your eyes. You couldn't see anything.
Okay.
So
So
just
we're
then,
not going to brave the snow. Just
no,
to go and have
I'd
a
say that's
look
it.
at
We've asked him. You know,
Ilya comes in and he kind of ducks the boots and he waves over to two of you and kind of walks over and goes, the horses. The horses are in the stable, but the storm it's getting worse out there. And then Axel kind of stands up on a chair and goes, people of the inn, it's time for a tradition. It's time to tell some stories.
oh God.
So you all go over around the fire and everyone's kind of hemming and hawing and sipping on their shandies. And do one of you want to go?
What are we doing?
Is there everyone sitting around telling ghost stories?
It's not ghost stories, just stories about their life or stories about something. Like you can tell Woody has joined the society.
Once
or
upon a
whatever.
time, we were in the
Galaxy.
street that had lots of shops. Okay? And I went into this shop where they sold armor. The man inside, very rude.
What's his name?
Dickhead, I call him. But his real name, I forget.
Starzan.
Yeah, that name. You know him? Okay. Well,
some character. That's my cousin.
so anyway. Who here believes in Vaesen?
Everyone kind of smiles and keeps drinking.
Because we do.
Hold on, give me an inspiration check.
Lars sounded mad. Lars sounded mad.
Give me an inspiration check.
See, that's you, mate.
Looking? I'm not as fast as you. Empathy, which is 5, 7. 1, 6. Wait there. Yeah, 1, 6.
Yeah, so everyone kind of nods and goes, yeah, he sounds like a prick. So they're all kind of sitting there and they're all waiting for you to finish your story.
Well, anyway, who here has seen a Vaesen?
Nobody does
Silence.
anything. It's not a fucking question and answer.
Well, we have, because we are
Welcome to our Q&A.
We are the society. Dun, dun, dun.
The old
So
woman
Tor
plays
just
on
grab,
a
you just
piano.
see an arm come up and just grab Lars' sleeve and just like pull him back down to the seat.
Thanks.
Axel goes, I I think someone had too many shandies.
Just see a hand come up and just muff over his mouth. Just the truth will come.
Give me a force check. No, seriously, give me a force.
No, I'll
What
die.
a force check.
I do to see, can you hold them down?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know I can. I've done
You
it.
can't.
Yeah, 2
Fuck
sixes.
you.
You gotta pull them down. And you're like, you shut the fuck up.
I was trying to lull them into a false sense of security.
Vilma stands up and she says, I've been able to communicate with the spirits since I was 11 years old.
Oh.
1.5 years ago, I was in my family home in Sigunta to attend a funeral of my niece Alva. She went missing on her way home from school. The police and volunteers organised a search party in the woods between the school and her family home, but Alva could not be found. My sister was inconsolable and told me that since Alva's disappearance, she's been hearing a strange knocking inside the house, and that items have suddenly fallen over or switched places. She kind of wipes a tear away. On the advice of our priest, she looks at Lars.
Hey. Over here.
The family finally arranged a funeral with an empty casket to honour the girl's memory. The night after the funeral, I woke up freezing in my room. And when I looked up, I thought I saw Alva's face in the mirror. As I went to put the light on, a book suddenly fell from its shelf, and an open page displayed a picture of an abandoned old cottage in the woods. In the morning, I went over there. The house was empty, and there was nothing but old junk in the dilapidated rooms. I was about to head back when I suddenly saw Alva standing by the old well. I walked over there. The rotten well cover was broken. "Help me, Auntie," said a voice from the darkness. I ran for help and returned with my relatives. The remains of a girl were lifted out of the blackness of the well. It was our Alva, who had shown me the way to her lifeless body. I could not save her, but I could give her peace. And she sits back down, and everyone claps. Slow clap. What a fucking bummer.
I like the ring too.
So, Tor, do you want to talk, or do you want
Please,
someone
Tor.
Tor is more of a watcher
Oh,
than
God.
an involver.
else? He likes to.
Ooh.
So, Ilya stands up, holding a whiskey in his hand, still getting warm from being out in the cold so much. He was here in the woods. We are all exposed to the cruelty of nature that you people experience. The coal has a name here, Morozoko, or Farther Frost. In one of the neighbouring villages, there was once a woman who had a daughter she adored and a stepfather she hated. One day, the woman told her husband to take the stepdaughter out into the winter fields and leave her there to die. Blinded by love, he obeyed. Morozoko found her there. She was polite and kind to him, so he gave her a chest full of beautiful things and fine garments. A few days later, the stepmother sent the girl's father to bring back her body to be buried. He found her alive by a tree, surrounded by precious gifts. When the stepmother saw that the girl had been brought back, she told her husband to leave her own daughter out in the wintry cold. And like her stepsister, this child was cruel to Morozoko, and so he froze her to death. When her body was found, the mother bitterly regretted what she had done, and that she had not taught her daughter kindness. Esther always used to say that human kindness is one thing that can ward off the cold. And kind of looks at the little portrait on the mantelpiece and salutes it with his whiskey and sits back down. Now the two lads. You sure you don't want to talk, Craig?
No, I want to know everyone else's story before playing the card.
So the two lads stand up and they say, "We're the Campbell brothers."
Mitchell brothers.
Yes. One, the tall one, says, "I'm Samuel Campbell," and the other one says, "I'm Daniel Campbell." Yes, we were recently Hold on. And they are from Winchester in England.
What?
All right.
Daniel looks more English.
Oh, a bottle of water.
Can you does not recognise who they are, like?
No.
I cocked it. They're from a TV show.
Oh, is it fucking...
Is it Dick and John?
It's Hampton Deck. Is it...
Anyone knows? Don't say it. If anyone knows in the comments, leave it.
I know.
Who? Samuel Campbell and
No,
Daniel
the
Campbell.
faces.
Yeah, their faces. I mean, you listen to their story.
Go on.
So, Daniel stands up and says, "We've recently investigated several mysterious deaths between Jamburg and Narva.
I know. Yeah.
Multiple people have been killed in strange accidents where the carriages had run off the road. One poor soul survived long enough to tell us that he'd seen a woman in white on the road just before he lost control of the horse. White ladies come in many forms. They're usually a revenant of a woman who was betrayed and murdered, or who died of a violent death by her own hand because of an unrequited love. Speaking with the locals, we realised it could be a revenant of a woman who was murdered by her own groom on the way home from their wedding. She has haunted the roads around the village ever since, mad with grief and revenge. We searched the woods and found her body in a clearing. She was still wearing her wedding dress, with her head tilted in an unnatural angle. Suddenly, we could see her in front of us. Restless spirits are violent, and she slammed Daniel into a tree. With such a force, she knocked him senseless. That was the last time she exacted her revenge, as her ghost turned to dust before her eyes." So they sit back down. And so pretty much they're ghost hunters.
I know.
Is he Derek Corner and Sam?
Say hello to Quincy Jones for me.
So Axel walks up to the old woman sitting closest to the fire. "It's an honour to have you here, Miss Karasavenka." He turns to the other guests. Karin Savenka is a runo singer with deep knowledge of local folklore and Vaesen. She has a remarkable memory and knows thousands of runos or songs from the area, as well as hundreds of old proverbs. Would you please contribute to our evening with something from your vast repertoire? Miss Karasavenka looks up, and for a moment the room feels a little warmer, and the dying fire springs back to life. After finishing, she sings a song.
Sing the song, Deck.
She explains in broken Swedish that the song was about a domovio, domovi, who did not like the household's new horse. One morning, the farmer found the horse all sweaty in the stall.
Ooh.
And you know the name by another name. It's called Anise. The Nise has taken the form of a weasel and ridden and tickled the horse until it was utterly exhausted. Finally, the farmer brought some bells and tied them around the horse's neck, which made the Nise leave him alone. When the runo singer is done talking, she leaves a piece of bread and a splash of ale on the mantelpiece. Axel laughs and gently says that his mother and grandmother would do that as well. They were really superstitious. So Axel says, "That's if anyone else wants to."
Tor.
He's looking at Tor.
I just want to sort of do it a little bit more controlled than the fucking priest getting up. So Tor stands up and tells.
Tell us then.
No, say
story.
Tell us.
Okay, when I was a young one.
You're telling the story. Lee did it. Come on.
I've seen many horrors in my life. I've served in the military. I've seen human horrors. I've seen the bad that men can do. But those terrifying things I've ever seen is the bad. The
Evil.
evil of a Vaesen. My children were taken from me by a witch, what I can only describe as a witch. It put me onto a path of trying to find other people who've been through the same horrors as I have and help them. That's where I met my friend.
Oh.
Lars, this priest who's drunk on shandy.
And power.
We have reformed the society. Anybody who knows what the society is will know what this is.
It's a little murmur from the two brothers.
So basically we were on our way. We were passing through. We were going to meet
Count
Constantine. I
Kostovich.
think of another funny way of saying that word. Constantinovio.
Konstantinovich.
Constantinople.
So I mean that's where we stand. That's our story. We were meant to be going to a meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow? Was that correct?
Over the next, say, 2 days away.
I'm sure
Okay.
everyone here
In
was
2
also
days.
going to that meeting.
Basically we're just interested in sharing stories with everybody and helping ourselves. Not helping ourselves. What's the word? Improving our knowledge of Vaesen so that we can help more people.
Yeah.
So if anybody has got anything that they'd like to share with us, then we're here all night.
Boom, boom.
Just throwing it out there.
Well said.
Yes.
Well said.
And you sit back down and Elia kind of pats you on the shoulder and says, "Well said."
Patronize me.
So the innkeeper says, so stories are finished. If you need anything else, you all have rooms, and he hands the two of his keys. So pick a room. Get a room, you two.
Yeah.
Pick a room.
Okay.
Well,
Second floor.
Second floor.
Any of the guest rooms.
Hang on.
So there's Axel's
I'm
room.
trying to...
There.
There's Axel's room.
That's it, eh?
Obviously, you can't have that.
And the rest of guests. Oh no, then there's
Esther's room.
Esther's room. Have they been assigned rooms already?
They have, but I haven't fucking written them down.
Yeah, Esther's the sister, isn't it?
Hold on, I'll tell you now. Esther is the sister, yeah.
So we can't access Esther's room anyway without going into the back, into the storage area. Like,
Yeah. Going up the you can go up the stairs.
yeah, but if you look where the stairs are, they're hard to get to.
Yeah, but if you go on,
Oh, no, they're not. They're not bad.
there's I'm guessing it goes up the stairs by the carriage house.
Okay, well then we want to be somewhere where we can.
The guest rooms, right? The Campbell brothers are staying in room number 1.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just put a C there. Elia is in room 2.
Okay.
Vilma is in room 4.
Okay.
And Karine is in room 7.
Okay, so it's 6, 5, or 3. Like,
5.
I'd say 3. We can get.
Well, right. Tell you why 5. It's closer to. What's the black thing by room 5? It's that wall, that thick wall.
It's just a thick wall.
Okay.
If you look, it matches up with the
Yeah,
lower
yeah,
level.
okay.
It's just a.
It's probably say a pillar
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
There might be it's the fireplace. If you look, it's
the fireplace.
What's the gallery?
I read blueprint.
Yeah, 3.
So what room is
3 might as well.
Room 3.
3, yeah. 3. 3, please, Bob.
So
Right in the middle of
he
everyone.
hands you the key to room 3. And he says, if you need anything,
Tough.
there is Rena. She's the cook. She and her 2 kids, Emer and Kroot. Kroot is a girl, obviously, and Emer you've already met.
Good.
She said, she'll be around for another while, so I will wish you a good night.
Good night.
I bid you.
God bless.
So he walks over and kind of rubs his sister's portrait and kind of walks up the stairs to his room, leaving you and the other guests sitting downstairs.
In the dining hall.
Yeah.
I think we will leave it
Yeah,
there
I was going to say, that's a good place.
because he's have done a lot and he's obviously going to start talking to people.
Yeah.
So we will leave it
That's
there.
a good place. Cool.
So, I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes.
People who watched and people who are going to watch it.
Yes.
Yeah. Any suggestions, ideas?
Keep them to
Comments.
yourselves, because I don't care.
Tell us. That's what, we can always learn. Everyone can always learn.
Yeah, and as I said, this is not a creation of mine. This is actually from Free League, so if I'm butchering it, what can I do? But yeah, thank you, boys.
Yeah, it's alright. Thank you. Narrator
Thank
man.
you, Mr. Narrator, God.
And everyone else. Narrator, God, and everyone.
I am the world.
He is the children.
Sorry for if there's any Russian bots listening that heard my accent.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, Dar.
Dara?
Nice one. Thanks for keeping us company.
Darren, not Dara.
Welcome to Mockery.
The funny thing is, Lee, the bloke that you hate in this game is named after Darren.
Oh, I remember now, yeah. That means I hate Darren.
Shopkeep. They call them Dara as an insult.
Darzan Croft, is that what I called him?
I think so.
Who is he to you? Some sort of friend?
Well, you're only friends. We've never actually met yet. But you're only actual friends in the world.
He's an inspiration.
Oh, your muse, if you will.
Darzan Croft, yeah, that's
Anyway.
Okay.
right. We'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Join us next week for the
Don't
next
say
part
goodbye.
of
Yeah.
Winter's Tale.
And we stumble through conversations and suspect people of things that we
What are
haven't
doing? A lot better with the NPC.
I'm trying.
Well done.
Thanks. Bit condescending.
I need to stop stumbling over words. Like,
That's not what I want to say.
Oh my god, I can't believe you said that.
Well, you're getting kind of put on the spot.
Yeah.
Well,
If you knew what was going to happen, like when I said, right, do the speech for your man's gathering.
Yeah, I could have wrote
yeah, I would have had something prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, we
So
could
if
read
yous
all the
ever get
books.
there, maybe you will.
Well,
If you get there.
If we don't die.
we have the maps there. We know the truth.
The maps don't need shit. You just have to kind of figure out why is there in the scene or what's going to happen in the end. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm waiting.
Like, they're obviously in the end for some reason. So.
Yeah. And we,
What is all that noise?
Already coming to assumptions, which are probably not good.
Yeah, stop assuming.
Assumptions.
Assume my butt cheeks. Right. Goodbye.
You've
Yeah.
got the little,
So
you've got the
goodbye,
little hair
everybody.
button.
Right. So
Goodbye,
see you next
and
See
week.
you all next week.
Like, subscribe,
and follow us
Facebook
on
and
Facebook
Twitter
Instagram
and
Twitter.
OnlyFans and Tinder
Just follow us if you see
and
us.
Grinder.
Just follow us.
We're nice lads.
Well, some of us.
Don't lead you into too much trouble.
We're international as well. Like, in different
Yeah.
countries and
We're worldwide. Zoom, zoom, worldwide.
Nina.
if you're ever in Uppsala, find us in the Zoom in.
Zoom in.
Zoom.
It's fantastic.
I know.
Lovely. Wonderful.
Or Castle Greystone.
Yes.
Next idea.
What was my idea?
Castle Grayskull was all you.
Yeah, because I couldn't pronounce the fucking Castle Greystone.
Stop tapping your keyboard, Craig.
No.
It's really loud and annoying.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Love you.
Toodle pip.
Bye.